Well, it turns out there was one more piece or one more thing I can do to improve this code a little bit, and this is I found this reading a little bit farther in Martin Fowler's book. This is the section on the form template method that starts on page 345. So what he suggests is using what he calls a method object. I guess the idea came from Kent Beck. The reference was to his book Smalltalk Best Practice Patterns. And the idea is to create a method that's going to to create a new class whose main job is going to be to perform this statement method. And you'll see why we're going to do that in a little bit. So I'm going to go and create a new class called statement. And that class is going to have two subclasses. So we're going to have a class text statement. It's going to implement the plain old version of statement that we saw before. And this is going to, like I said, this is going to be a subclass. This is going to extend a statement class. And we're going to make another one for the HTML. And that's going to be called HTML statement. And that will also extend the statement class. Okay. So let's see. Says we're going to use move method to move the two statement methods over to the subclasses. So I'm going to just make sure I'm doing that right. Okay, so I'm going to, I want to move the statement method from the customer class to the appropriate subclass. So what I'm going to do is, first thing I'm going to do is copy I'm going to copy all my statement stuff. And I'm just doing the statement related stuff and not the HTML stuff into my text statement. And fix it so it works. Let's see, what does this say? 3 errors. What do we have? So cannot find symbol rentals. So this guy needs to know about rentals. Okay, so the way we're going to do this is we're going to create we're going to rename this guy to be value, okay? And then he's going to take as a parameter the customer, okay? Because we need to use you know, rentals and all these guys that customer knows about, okay? So okay, so I'm going to also have to add this onto this guy. Okay. So that'll be my parameter there. Okay, so the customer knows how to do these methods in here. Get name and we need a nice way of getting the list of rentals, don't we? Let's see. So if we go into customer, okay, I have get rental, but I really want to be able to get the whole array list. So let's make a public array list rental get rentals to get the whole list, and I'll return rentals. Okay. So we'll use that for that. And this is going to have to be a customer. Oops, customer knows how to get rentals. And that's a customer. Oh, maybe these aren't public. Let's see. So get total charge and get total frequent. Let's see. Okay, so these are going to have to be public so that text statement knows how to do them. Okay. Okay, and then let's do something similar for HTML statement. Let's copy the HTML stuff. Oops. And let's see. Oh yes, okay, I still need the statement method, don't I? Oops. So it looks like I still need this. And I'm going to have to do the customer business. Oops. Okay, so now, oh, and we change this to be value, right? Now, since this is in a separate class here, we can give this the same name as the corresponding method in text statement, and I'll explain why I'm doing that. You'll see why I'm doing that in a little bit. So I'm going to change this to that everywhere. And I'm going to change this. Oops. And one more. Okay. So now notice these look very similar. Really, the only difference now is what the statement format header is. Right? For each of them. The method names are the same, but okay. So looks like what we can do is actually pull up both of these two methods now into the statement class. So that's another refactoring I don't think we've seen yet. Let's see. It says pull up, and I'm going to pull up value and statement into the statement class. So let's see how that goes. Okay, so that's there. And for HTML statement, then we should be able to get rid of these two. And what did I do to statement here? Statement. Okay, so notice I have these methods now that are defined in the subclasses, but not here. So let's see, what can I do? I cannot find symbol. Is it going to suggest something to me? No. All right, so what I can do is write these as abstract methods. So I can say public abstract string format header, and do the same thing for body and for footer. Okay, so now, oh, what doesn't it like here? Now this has to be abstract. So anytime you have abstract methods in a class, the class itself has to be abstract. Okay, why that's there, it's okay. Okay, so oops, why is this guy unhappy? Oh, it's not overriding statement format header. Ah, we didn't rename this one. Or I tried to, but messed it up. Let's see, replace all. Okay. There we go. And what does this say? Ah, we didn't say override. And we want to do the same thing over here, don't we? Because we're overriding now these abstract methods from the statement class. Okay, so now what we can do is go to our customer and for our statement method, instead of doing this, and I'm going to actually, just because I'm a chicken, I'm going to copy this and hold on to it. And then here, I'm going to say, for statement, I'm going to say return new text statement. And remember, for the constructor, I needed a... Oh, no, not for the constructor, for the call to value. Oh, that's here, isn't it? For the call to value, I needed to include the customer. Okay, so it's actually the constructor doesn't have anything, but then we have this guy value, which requires a customer, and it even stuck in this for me. How nice! And it's going to be this. Why is it not happy with that? Oh, I think I have an extra. Yeah. Okay. So let's see if that works so far. Oh, all 5 tests passed. Okay, that looks good. So now, how about, let's do the HTML one, and then I'll be confident about getting rid of some stuff. Okay, so here, we're going to use our HTML statement class. And that should produce, because we put all our HTML goodies over there, that should produce our HTML. So let's see. Run test file. Passed. Okay. So now it's safe, since we got that statement here, it's safe to get rid of this guy. And it's safe to get rid of these guys. Statement format body. Yep. And it should be safe to get rid of all the HTML stuff. Okay, so let's make sure one last time. Yes, we're all good. Okay. So, yeah, so this is even nicer. So now, whenever we want to add a new kind of statement, like if we want, like I think I said before, like if we wanted to do French or Chinese or XML or PHP or whatever, we can use just create another subclass of statement and fill in the methods to do the right stuff, and then we're in good shape. And we really just need to stick in the templates. So that's even cleaner than before. So thank you, Martin Fowler. Like I said, this is not exactly the way he has it laid out in in his formate template method, but this is the gist. And again, like I said, I think this is a nice, clean way to do it, because then you just have to replace some templates, it looks like. Okay, so now we're done with what we're going to do with refactoring for now. We're certainly not done with refactoring. There's tons of stuff to learn about it, but that's as much as we're going to do now. And then we're going to move on to looking at the killer game programming stuff.